Hey y'all, how y'all doing on tonight? It is Talk on Tuesdays. It is a beautiful night. The rain has gone away and now the sun has come out. Well, actually it's setting right now, so that's kind of how that's working. So there we go with that. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I am checking things out here. I am loving that you guys are checking us out right now. And it is a celebratory situation. When I say celebratory situation, we're talking music tonight and we're talking a couple of things tonight and I'm excited. And of course, Coach Tony, he is on the way in. And of course, I want to let you guys know, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And of course, make sure that you do me one favor, like and share this video because we're going to be talking of some fun. It's Interludes Extra presents Talk on Tuesdays, which getting started right about now. There we go. Woo-hoo. We are back and we want to let you guys know are doing some fun things tonight. Thank you, Mr. Springer, for putting this in the chat for us. Of course, a DJ saved my life. Get your copy, scan the QR code, and make sure you go to purelighthouse.media.com/shop. It's kind of the thing we've got to do. And then, of course, patreon.com. You know, you could join this community for free. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. And I just did a nice behind the scenes video with myself, Coach Tony, and Janaea Parker, who was our guest on last night with the Pull Up Podcast show. And of course, it's always fun. I'll have Coach talk more about our guests, but I really had a blast on yesterday, so it's always exciting. The Purple Robe Diaries, Coach is always telling me I'm never wearing a purple robe. He's all about the crimson. That's how that rolls, but that's how we do it on Interludes Extra presents our Patreon. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and bring him to the stage. It's Coach Tony.
Man, you know, I can't never wear that purple, man. My skin start itching.
I don't want your skin to itch now, bro.
I gotta go get some lidocaine, you know what I'm saying?
And of course, we're excited. I told Coach, let's start a IG. He's got one. Oh man, my goodness.
What? We balling with it too, man. And I'm giving you the facts right on the screen. QR code at the Pull Up Podcast show and get at your boy, DM me for anything, and I will definitely get back at you. I'm growing that community, Val. I'm over close to 200 people now, growing.
I know. I'm real excited about it. I'm glad that you guys are doing that. And of course, for myself, the Interludes Podcast, go ahead and follow us on IG and also Val the Voice Johnson. Appreciate you guys. Now, coming up on Saturday, May 2nd, okay. Stop overthinking, start. Good Lord. I think I never should have ate an apple before the show. Stop overthinking, start podcasting, build your show, your audience, and income stream for 2026. It's going to be early for my people that's really trying to get down with it. We're going to be breaking stuff down, Coach. We're breaking it down.
There's down. If you're trying to get out with the get out, then get out. If
Yeah.
you felt that entire. If you want to get down with the get down, then get down. See what I'm saying? That's how we do.
That's what I'm talking about. Scan the QR code and register today. Of course, I like to do this. And of course, I like to always introduce Coach. He's here. He's doing his thing. Oh my goodness. Before we
It's
get
gonna
into the
be a
podcasting tips for the week, Coach, how is your day going? Woohoo!
great, man. Last night was another get out. My girl Janelle Parker. Thank you for pulling up with your boy Coach Tony on the Pull Up Podcast Show. See, Val, I'm trying to get that Celsius. That I'm trying to get that sponsorship. It got me all in the gear tonight. You know what I'm saying? They got me stressed out. But if you haven't tried that Celsius powder mix, the kiwi or the berry, I'm telling you, no sugar, electrolytes. You got to try it. But Coach, last night was good. It was a great show because we had a lot of kids that tuned in last night, which was great, Val. And she was really giving some great tips and advice to the kids. And she had a hell of a story herself. Again, being in a female role in the coaching lane where I'm at, and then being able to get all the way up to it. And now doing some, international coaching. Val, that ain't easy to do with a lot of guys. So we applaud her, man. Just keep on grinding.
That's what I'm talking about. And we're always excited when we have wonderful guests like Janelle Parker. I appreciate her hanging out with us just a little bit afterwards. And
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, that's why I'm always telling you all to do patreon.com, because that conversation will show up next tomorrow. But you have to be a member of the Patreon community to check out the after show. And I like to call that the after show time or whatever. So
Get the membership.
that's what I'm talking about. Keep the membership. Keep the
Everybody
membership.
got membership. Go to Planet Hollywood membership. You know that. Hey, you from Chicago and you eat White Castle, you got a membership. You know what I'm saying?
Got a membership. These are the things that happen. These are the things that happen. Now, of course, it's like a public service announcement, Coach. It's called the podcasting tip of the week.
Okay, get a tip.
I gotta give a couple of tips. So, of course, when people are starting out with their podcasts, Coach, we've talked about this when we're streaming television shows or when we're streaming a series that we like. Have you ever watched a show out of order?
Yes, I have. I actually.
Okay.
The funny part about it is, but you know what? You know what it make you do?
What does it make you do?
Go back and watch the damn thing from the beginning. I end up then at the Final Four. I with my brother Mike, and that's funny you said that. That just occurred to me, and because of where I stayed in the room, you had me, and you had a TV I needed, but you had apps TV. So I happened to fall asleep in the first night I was there, late night. I didn't fly into late. I got it actually in early, but we kicked it, so we up late. And I fell asleep with some popcorn in my hand, watching the series Harlem with Megan Good. And I caught the series. It was on like season 3, episode whatever. And then I was hooked. And the whole entire weekend, I freaking watched this damn series every night until I flew out on Monday to get home. And I went back to season 1, episode 1 to find out how did they get to where they were at. So yes, to answer that question.
Yeah, and that's such a great I want to say response to that, because if you are getting into serial television shows or anything that streams, you can't just say television. It's a bunch of things. If you're starting out with your podcast, and this was something that Coach taught me, is that, Val, I'd love to be able to see what episode number we're on. I want to make sure that we're keeping track with what is going on. And of course, for what me and you produce, a lot of our podcasts can stand, solo on its own.
Correct.
Launch your podcast. And if you're thinking, hey, I want to make sure that I know what I'm going to be doing. I know that I have these ideas that I'm going to make sure that I get out to the masses. So of course, we live in a binge culture, Coach. Would you agree? You just proved it. You just said I have to see how Harlem ended.
Right. And it is not even, and when you say binge, Coach, I love that because you didn't paraphrase it in any particular situation. We binge food, right? You go and go crazy or something, you just binge that food. And now we got Uber Eats. and whatnot, you just go get it, DoorDash. You just DoorDash the Uber eating, you binge that food because you got the craving. So, when you binge these series, you got to have binge food to sit down and watch the binge series, right?
Exactly. And I'm telling you, I'm a huge fan of making sure that I have me some I guess some barbecue chips and a
Right?
couple of
Got
other things
all
that I want
that.
to make sure that I have with that,
What's your wings?
and possibly some wings. But of course,
Okay.
tip tip number one, let me get to it, is you should start with, okay, these are the wrong tips. I got to make sure I got the right tip up here. Let me make sure. Okay, wait, here we go. Got to make sure I have the right. Number one, you want to build your podcast like it's meant to be binge listened to or watched.
Oh, I like
So
that.
you like that? Yes, because for Coach's show, his pull up podcast show is in a playlist. So
Yes.
all 80 plus, I think we're well over 80. I forgot the count.
5 seasons,
Yeah. So
80, and I'm getting people to tell me, Val. Believe it or not, I got a guy that told me that he's just got a CDL, actually an ex basketball player of mine. And he's got his
mhm.
CDL. For those that don't know, this is truck driver's license, and he's able to drive across country. And he told me, Val, he pops in my podcast several times while he's driving through Oklahoma, Texas, whatever, because he knows that he's got at least a good hour or so with me, and he listens and he loves it because, again, he's one of my ex-ball players, so they always tune into the coach, but he just loves it because he loves the topics, and it just makes it easy for him because he knows that within an hour or so drive, he's got something to listen to. He's not getting sleep because he know me and he's tuned into the show. That made me feel so good.
Isn't that wonderful? We're able to make your podcast like it's meant to be binge watched or listened to, and we're saving people's lives
Saving
on the
their life
road.
on the
We're
road.
saving their life. So that means you need to structure your episodes so they flow from one to the next. Like that means there's episode 1, it sets the foundation. Episode 5 builds on that, and then episode 10 even takes them deeper. And if someone jumps onto your podcast, like your boy listening to you on the road, you want to make sure that if they jump at episode 30 and they feel lost, that's possibly a structure problem. Your goal is to make people want to start at the beginning and stay with you because they, like you just said, Coach, you were like, I got to see Harlem from the beginning. I saw it in the middle and I had to go back.
The episodes I'm watching, like this is some crazy crap. So how did they get here? And I'm like, and the funny part about it, you know what it reminded me of?
What?
Brothers.
I like that show. That was a cool show. Now is that the one that's on BET? That's the
no, I ain't talking about brothers. I'm talking about Brothers. The original with Terrence Howard, Tay Diggs, and those guys. Morris Chestnut. No, I'm talking about those guys.
You mean The Best Man?
Sorry, Best Man. I apologize. Duh.
Yeah, you threw me off with that.
Brothers too. Yeah, Brothers. You talking about with Kevin Hart and all them fools? They some fools. But
exactly.
Yeah, Best Man. It reminded me of the Best Men could have been Harlem in a series. The way the episodes and things happen in everybody's different life.
Right. And Veronica, she says, so true, sis. Yes, binge watching a podcast is challenging to resist. Thank you. We want to make it irresistible for you to want to tune in every single week. Now, let me hurry up and get to number 2. Tip number 2 is label and organize your podcast episodes.
Yes.
Clearly. And I learned this with Coach as a producer. Coach tells me, Valerie, what is the episode? Please have it on the thumbnail. Right. Okay. Make sure it's on the flyer. Thank you. And now we even have our labeled of the number of the episode in our title at the very end.
Yes.
At the very end. Does that help you out, Coach?
You know what I love about that, Val? it goes back to your point number one, because I can say I had special guest Special Jennings on my show. Oh, by the way, go back to season 4 or go to season 5. She was on in both seasons. So I don't have to send a person through 80 episodes trying to scroll. Oh, Coach said season 4. They look for season 4. Now they may go in season 4, Val, to look at Special Jennings, but oh, I didn't know Coach had, President Obama on. Oh, I'm gonna check out the Obama series. And all of a sudden they go and they watch the show they're looking for, and they just so happen to find something else. I like that point number 2.
Yeah, yeah. And as I was getting ready to point out with number 2, it's real simple. Your episodes are, if they're not labeled properly, you're confusing your audience. And we want nobody confused out there. You want to make sure you have numbers, season numbers, titles, and that they're clearly listed in the title as well as the description. And they should, and people should know exactly where they are, what comes next, and how to keep going. And so we don't want any frustration for when it comes to the Pull Up Podcast show or even this show. We started doing a what do you call this? We started doing a numbers. We're in the 6th season of the Talk on Tuesdays. I wasn't doing any kind of labeling of that. And when Coach made the demand, like, Val, I need to have a number for every episode, I says, okay, well, season 1, and then episode 1, it's episode 101. Season
and you know
1,
why I did that, Val?
First one.
I did it, and for those that are listening tonight, to kind of give you another tip to add on to that, is because I talk about this all the time when people always say, man, how you get started? And I'm always giving my sister, she's younger, the younger sisters always know something, but I always give her tips and praises of how she didn't throw me a damn life rafter. She took me out of the middle of the lagoon and pushed my ass off in the boat. All right, I'm
talking
going.
About me?
Yeah, swim back to the shore, bro. Swim back, because I ain't helping. So having said that, I did all the Googles and all the research, and I found out to really get on and really get a hit show, and really to get YouTube and these guys really plugging in, and then the gram, it's about 1,000 shows, or right at 8 to 10 seasons. So we're shooting 2 seasons a year on the Pull Up, and Val and I are rolling. And I didn't look at it, and I went back and I did some research and looked at my numbers and the sturdiness of my number growing and the people. And now I was actually today, Val, perfect example. I went to a meeting this morning, and I just happened to be talking to one of my frat brothers there, talking about some things I'm doing. And he said, oh yeah, man, I watched the Amir Rahman, the kid you had from FAMU. I was on that show that night. I'm like, man, that show was awesome. He said, dude, I didn't even know you had a podcast. I watched the show, man. It was slamming. He said, man, you got something. Let's sit down and talk about some things. Now I'm about to work with him on possibility of some sponsorship for the show, because he's tapped into a lot of financial fundraising here in Nashville, and I'm about to talk to him about some things. So I'm like, let's put this in the next level.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, Coach. And this is good when you're organized and you're able to communicate with people that are interested in your platform. You want to make sure that you have your show in place. Now, here we go. Last tip. Don't let the app control the experience. You control it. It's you. You don't let it shuffle your episodes. And here's the thing. You have to go into, if you're listening to us on YouTube, or if you're watching us on YouTube, like I said, the numbers are now in the description. You go there. You can interrupt the listening flow for you, and you want to make sure that you turn off the shuffle, depending on if you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening on Apple, if you're listening on any other platform, because we're on several platforms. You want to turn off the shuffle and follow the sequence, and make sure that your podcast platform is set up correctly so that episodes are released in the right order. So if you're releasing something on Spotify, or if you're using liberated syndication, that's getting a little technical. You want to make sure you're in season, Coach, you're in season 5, and Amir was episode number 5. It's 505. That's how I label it for Coach. And that's why you want to make sure that you label it for your people. And that's
Now,
all for the
now,
podcasting. That's
that's
all
not
for the
all.
podcasting tip of the week.
That's not all. I got one more tip. One more tip. And that is you have to somehow in the world get you a Val the voice. That is tip number 4. Because I'm gonna tell you why. My cousin, I'm working on getting him up in the show, DJ 33 and the Third, and those people in the music know who the hell he is. He just came off tour with Eric B and Rakim, Grammy Award winning, Chicago, Southside, big time DJ doing some major things, WGCI. If you know about the call numbers, WGCI, and 33 and the Third had his own national syndicated show. And he told me off the rip, when you're doing some things that you're working on for yourself, Val, you know the end game. The hell with everybody. Put it out, because you're never going to get everybody who loves you. You're always going to get the hater. You're always going to get the pessimist. You're always going to get the optimistic person. You're always going to get the person that loves you. So you got 4 or 5 major categories. As long as those 4 or 5 major categories are looking or listening, then you're good, because they got to look and listen in order to hate, right? They got to look and listen in order to be optimistic. They got to look and listen to be pessimistic, and they got to look and listen to love you. So just keep doing what you got to do. And I'm telling you guys, for the pull-up, I jumped in this after my sister pushed me in the river. I got out. I swam.
I didn't push you in the river. You gotta stop
Man,
saying that, bro.
I thought it was like Phil Collins into the air. I fell up in the boat.
I did not. I did not put. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. You cracking me up over here. I'm not. I'm not. I'm totally going totally against all of this right now. Now, it's birthday. It's the birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
It's the birthday.
It's your birthday, man. That's the jam.
And tonight's message: celebrate life no matter what age. Don't wait. Live now.
Man,
Come on, man. So, and I have a birthday twin. I have a birthday twin, Coach. It's Sherri Shepherd.
Get the hell up out of here.
But her birthday is tomorrow too. Woo! Sherri.
She's also Southside.
That's right. She's from Chicago as well. So that's right. That's one great thing about the birthday twin. We got a lot in common. Yes.
Yeah. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go ahead. I'm about to percolate up in here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about no percolating. I
You can't percolate. You ain't been. You just come on, Val. You know, back in the day, I know you had window percolator in front of the speaker. Hey, for those that don't know, in Chicago, in Detroit, we do the juke, baby. We be juking.
I don't know anything about that. Now, I want to make sure that I want to just make sure that I talk about this for a moment. Coach, I don't know where you were 10 years ago, but I was on a plane flying back from New York to Chicago, and my mom and I, what we normally do, we would go to Huck Finn restaurant and get us some pancakes, some hot jacks, or whatever you want to call it. And right when I was sitting there across from her, I found out that Prince left us.
I know exactly where I was.
Where were you when you found out?
I was actually on my day off in the house painting the bedroom. And
wow.
I was painting the room. The reason why I note this is when the news came on, I thought it was false. I accidentally dropped the roller out of my hand onto the carpet and had to get the paint up. So I remember it vividly.
Wow. Yeah. So I don't know where were you all at when you found out about Prince, and I figured it's been exactly 10 years today, April 21st,
Oh my God.
2016 is when we found out that he had transitioned. And I think, yes, I think he died of, I forgot exactly how he died, but I know he died in his home. And
Well,
so
let me tell
now
you.
his home is now a museum, and his family has opened up Paisley Park for folks to come visit. Our former host, a co-host here, went there and visited, and he got me a Prince T-shirt. I was like, "Thank you so very much."
And don't
But
forget
Coach, do
you
you
guys.
remember? Do you remember exactly how and why he passed away? I'm gonna find it real quick.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna hold up on that. Here's the reason why, Val. Uh,
Okay.
I know how and why, but I'm gonna hold up on that because lately, if you have not watched on Prime, My
Mm.
Name is Prince, actual footage, documentary, each and every day, the day that he OD'd on opioids and the whole 9 yards, went to the hospital. It is some behind the scene things that was never spoken about 10 years ago. So for me not to ruin it, it's called My Name is Prince. It's on Amazon Prime. You must watch it.
Okay. Okay. I am. Let me make sure I'm doing this. So if you guys have Amazon Prime, and let me go ahead and stop sharing that. I'm going to share this. So okay. Oh, it blocked. Well, that's fun. Anyway, so My Name is Prince. That is something that is on Amazon Prime. I'm seeing that now. And hey, we'll go ahead and check it out. But since we're talking about Prince, I wanted to give my favorite songs from Prince, because
Oh, oh, you know you
we're
about
big
to eat
we're
the
big
DJ
we're
up.
big fans.
You
We're
about
big
to
fans
eat
over here, and we're both DJs.
the
So
DJ
I'm
up.
gonna give mine
Ready,
first, and
ready.
then we're gonna get to you, because girls are first.
Let's go.
Girls
Let's go,
are
baby.
first.
Let's
That's right.
go.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Thank you. So my top 10, and not in any particular order, because if I try to put it in order, it would be
Forgot my
horrible. But
lady
here we
there.
go.
Cab
There it
driver.
is. There it is. So, Lady Cab Driver. Woo!
Yes.
That used to be my
Won't you
jam.
let your hair come down? Man,
Yes, that
that's
used to be my
a
jam. The extended version of Mountains. Can't just be the short version. It has to be the extended version that goes for 10 minutes.
jam. Ooh, I forgot about that. Okay, you got
My
it.
my my first serious boyfriend in high school used to sing "Adore" to me. So
Baby.
I love. Now, when I was real young, I discovered Prince with this song. I saw him perform this on American Bandstand. "Wanna Be Your Lover."
Wanna be your lover. No, no.
That's one of my favorites. Now, one of the last albums that or LPs that Prince came out, probably just before, maybe a year, was June. I found out Prince is born in June, so he did a song called June, and I just like the way it sounds. It's different. It's fun and funky, and I'm like, okay, so I'm putting that on my favorites. 1999.
I had a little
I love
1990.
that
I
one.
thought the damn world was going to end. Remember that, Val?
We
Why?
had no idea. We had no idea when things were gonna come to an end. But Coach, was you listening to it going, I don't know, I
I was
don't know.
that, and the crazy part about it was I'm jamming this on a little red Corvette verbal album in the 80, 85, 86 going to Mendel, and I'm waiting for the year 1999. And when it actually got here, Val, to hear America play this, it was absolutely insane. Total genius from Prince. Total genius.
I know. So that's what's up with that. Oh my goodness. So let me see what else.
Sign
Then there is Sign of the Times,
of the
a
time.
record that has such
Oh,
strong meaning, Coach. It has such strong meaning, doesn't it?
yeah, he talked about a lot of things up in there. That brother could take that sign of the times. He could take that back to the Pettus Bridge. For those that don't know, that's in Selma, Alabama. He could take that
Mhm.
song back to the Selma Bridge and let Martin Luther King walk across that bridge, because that song is really deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, got me some
Yeah.
chills.
I really love that one. And then of course, when two are in love, I don't know if a lot of people know this one. That
Yeah,
was
that's
on the Alphabet
wow.
Street album. I'm just
Yes.
saying, I'm hey.
Val checking y'all right now, man. Y'all better get your music up.
And then of course, delirious. I get delirious whenever
Sweet.
you're near me. I just like how he sounded. I felt like his voice was different.
Oh yeah.
His voice was different, man.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And of
Of course,
course,
the past.
Raspberry Beret. That's got to be one of the coldest
Coldest.
videos with him wearing clouds on his situation. It was
Come on, man.
bananas.
What? You better call me the symbol. What?
Oh my gosh. call you the call you the symbol. We definitely not doing that. Oh my goodness. So now Coach Tony is now going to give his top 10, not in any particular order, but this is his. All right, go ahead. Defend your choices.
Let me defend mine like this. Let me defend mine
Oh, here
like
he
this.
goes. Now he's
Yeah,
showing off. What you
that
got here?
DJ, that the DJ. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about that album on Uptown. Everybody free. Uptown. Set your mind free. Come on now. What? Don't talk. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't. Oh, okay. So you already know how you don't have that in your list and you got that album. I do not understand.
Although as a 10-year-old, I did wonder about the reverse, but I'm okay, never
Yeah, yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty mind. That was good. Hey, and when you were mine, that song very controversial, but gotta be that. Gotta be that. And so,
Okay.
you know,
All right. Now
then
what's your next one?
my next one is you gotta understand. It is Ronald Reagan in the office in '84. Political things are happening in the United States, and Prince drops
Mhm.
controversy. Controversy. Oh, okay. Controversy. Oh my God. And when he wrote that extended version, dun, 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 man, dun, 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 controversy. I'm talking about, for those that don't know who are not in the shy, we're talking about the world famous Farley, Funky, Keith, and Mendel High School. And we're talking about Frankie, Knuckle. We're talking about, all of the DJs, Silk, Steve Silk Hurley, everyone. They bounced into this in the clubs in the shy mid 80s, and it was part of house music. Loved it.
I know. And Prince, I have to say, a lot of his music did get mixed in with house sets.
Yes,
It was
yes,
something about the rhythm, especially if the pitch matched whatever
yes.
the main house track was. And
Drop
then of course,
tracks.
if you just strictly used his vocals and you put
Yes.
it over something else, oh my gosh.
And this is, by the way, everybody who's listening, with Val and I giving you this is reverb back in the day off of a board. We didn't have a sample off the DJ mixing board where you can push a button like these DJs are doing today. I'm talking Farley and Steve Silk Hurley. These guys are dropping acapellas over top of tracks back in the 80s. That's how they're doing this. It's crazy. And then of course, the number
What you
one
got?
movie, the number one jam of all time. It is Purple Rain. Drop it on top of a Super Bowl and it starts raining with Purple Rain. Come on, Val.
Oh,
There's
now, Coach,
no,
I gotta let you in on something with Purple Rain. Now this is for folks that have the record. You have the record.
yes, I got this
If you
record.
let the song Purple Rain play all the
It's
way to the
backwards.
end,
Oh, okay.
you play it all the way to the end, and you're trying to figure out, you hear this weird sound come out. You're like, what is that? And when you reverse it, like
Exactly.
you turn off the thing so it's not turning, and it says, "Hello, How are you? I'm fine. I know that the Lord is coming soon. And I'm thinking to myself, why would you put a subliminal message in the very end of the
Genius.
record? Now, people that's true Prince fans know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
And I'm gonna
Right.
tell you where he bit that from.
Where you
He
get that
bit it
from?
from Queen, because Queen did the
Queen did that
same thing.
with what record?
I want to say, "This is the light," and maybe in Bohemian Rhapsody, but they did it on one of the tracks. I can't remember, and it was
Mhm.
and they played it back. There was something else on there. Prince was smart with that, very, very smart,
And
and
I, and I think a lot of people forget that even during his very highly,
controversial.
into doing no, just
Prince.
being a man. He had a lot, just being Prince. He was, I think, in a lot of ways, very spiritual. And I just, oh my gosh, you have that? Where did you get that from? That's beautiful.
DJ Collective item right here, Val, is
He's
never
showing
been,
off now. You
never
showing
been,
off, Coach.
never
You
been.
showing off with the Purple Rain. How much
Doing
is
the
that
thing.
worth?
This
How much
is
is that worth?
this one right here. I bought this one for $40, so it is probably worth. And that was a little over 10 years ago, so it's probably worth in the hundreds right now. So don't try to
I
walk up on me.
am.
Don't try to walk
Yeah,
up on me. I get the pit bull about it. Oh,
I am so jealous. Okay,
all right,
beautiful one also
beautiful one.
comes from Purple Rain. So what you
Yes.
got?
For the beautiful one, love that. I love the beautiful one because he was hurt in the movie. He did his everything, and I'm gonna show you. But not besides being hurt, what came out of that purple rain, just to show you guys on the DJ was right here with Vanity Six, Apollonia, and the girls. Come on, let's do this. Let's do this.
Oh, okay, Coach. I'm gonna correct you, baby. I'm gonna correct you, baby. So Vanity Six came out a full 2 years before the Purple Rain situation, because by the time Purple Rain came out, there was Apollonia
That's
6.
right.
Now you know that.
My bad. I got that out, but I meant Apollonia 6. My bad. But hey, stay with me.
I'm just saying, because what
I meant
happened,
Apollonia 6.
what had
I meant
happened
Apollonia
was
6.
Prince
What happened was I,
would had these relationships with folks,
I was
and
getting them a
sometimes
little
things
late.
would go
Right,
south, and you got to replace the girl, and you bring somebody else. That's how that
right.
goes.
And I'm gonna show you the one they're going to replace in 1 minute. So back to the list. Back to the list. Back to the list.
Okay,
So,
we going back to the list. Okay, all right, we back to the list
now,
now.
and of
Where
course,
we at?
Darling Nikki. Darling Nikki was one of those cuts, Val, that I just like because, as you just mentioned, it's for the fellas. You get hurt, see what's going on. Love this girl named Nikki. That was Darling Nikki. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Bam. Now, me and Val just talked about it. And if you're going to do it, you got to show it. 1999.
Oh, now I have that. I
Which
have
one
that.
goes?
I am
1999.
looking at that. And if you notice
All
that
right,
Prince had a
buddy.
affinity toward purple. He loved anything, all things purple.
Yes,
So yeah,
he's leaving
I totally
hands.
get that.
Okay,
All right,
so
are we going back to the Naked album here? We're going back to the Naked album.
go back to the Naked album. I only have to draw because you got it. You can put it up on me, soft and wet. For those that don't know, you need to go listen to it. And if you're under 18, then make sure your mom and dad are present. That's all I'm gonna say. Dum, dum, dum,
Can't
dum,
can't even
dum.
do the words. Okay, let's go crazy.
Let's
That's
go
your next one,
crazy.
huh? Let's go
Man,
crazy.
Go Crazy was just one of those songs, Val, that I thought Prince was releasing himself. Let's go crazy. It was. I think it was at the time that everyone's arguing about is Michael Jackson or Prince, which one is better? He said, well, let's go crazy then. And he dropped that. And if you listen to the lyrics, he kind of throws a couple shots at Mike in that album. I mean that record. But I like that. That was good. Then
Now I
of
don't know
course,
if you I don't know, but now before we go back to the list, I want to let you in on something. Now we found out later, much later, the lyrics to Let's Go Crazy. We're not going to let the elevator break us down. Oh
So
no, let's go.
let's
Do
go.
you
Right.
know? Do you know what the elevator was? He was talking about.
I'm assuming the elevator to heaven.
No, he was. The elevator was representing Satan
Okay.
or the evil one. We're not going to
Yes,
let
no,
the
it's
we're not going to
in
let
that
the evil one break us down.
break us down. Oh no, let's go.
Right.
Let's go crazy. Yes. Let's
Mm-hmm.
get
Because
wild.
because
Yeah.
Prince got became a Jehovah's Witness and got more
And
spiritual.
that
And
was
there was a couple of records he didn't do no more, but that one he still would do more of a acapella guitar,
right.
toned down
Basically, he
version.
would
And
walk up into
he broke down what those lyrics meant, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. Val, they say he walked up in the Purple Palace, the bar in Minneapolis, sometime at 3:30 in the morning, would throw the bar $10,000 and buy the bar from 4 a.m. to noon. Put people and no one else in. If you're in the bar, you're there, but no one else could come in from 4 a.m. to noon. And he would just do a session. Insane. Right, back to this list.
Okay, back to the list. You got two more. Here we got.
I cannot believe that you don't have this on your list. Cause this only while you was at the V became the basement party clothes burn session. And those people knowing about the clothes burn in the basement, the blue light. Don't be, baby. Come on now. Like you never done before. Uh-oh. And then we get to the end. Oh, dum, dum. Man, what? Man, that Do Me Baby was ridiculous. DJs used to throw that in on a sample, speed it up, Val, and let it be at a house tempo. That was crazy. But Do
I
Me
bet it
Baby,
was.
and it was
I bet it
never,
was.
besides maybe the Beautiful Ones or Purple Rain, there's not been another slow dance song from Prince that's made a major hit like Do Me Baby.
Okay. So
Of course.
let me get the release date
What
on
was that?
Do Me Baby, because
I would say
I'm about to bring it up.
1985. Come on, I'm gonna call it
No,
1985 if I'm good.
no,
84.
no. You're totally wrong. All of those
Oh,
numbers are wrong. So
what?
the song Do Me Baby was released in October 14th, 1981 as a part of the Controversy album.
Okay, and I love controversy, which I've got up
Right.
there.
So I'm gonna let you in on something, Coach. Let me remove this real quick. So when Do Me Baby came out, I was still a kid. That was 81, so I was 10. So that was not doing nobody in 81. So
Right.
no. Okay.
81. I was trying to do somebody.
Back to the list. Back to the list. Back to the list. Here we go. Back to the list. What's your last one on here? Good Lord.
Last one is what Val said, and it's a payday to her, and that is that
Yay.
Raspberry Bowl Ray album, that Raspberry Bowl Ray. And it was, I got to give it to Val. She said it right. That album, what Prince talked about, was good. But I'm going to give us a couple complimentary before we get out of here on Prince. We're going to talk about that is the album right there. That is one of his, is another big hit album.
Which album is this? I don't know this one.
This is the Prince in the Revolution album with When Doves Cry. When Doves Cry.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Who's the next one? Let's not stay too long. Next one. Because we got one more segment. We got one more segment.
Original that brought him out. That was Roger Nelson. Right after he became, those that don't know, he was a point guard in Minnesota, and he did his thing real quick. And then obviously Prince with the Sign of the Times. Sign of the Time, which you have. And you cannot get out of here if you are a Prince fan without this dedication right here. Celebrate to Sheila E.
Oh, she did a beautiful post about him. She did several beautiful posts about him earlier today.
Yes.
Now, one album that I am going to mention.
Uh-oh. Yes, I got that one. I just didn't pull that one out with me. My bad. Man.
Oh my gosh. And this is when there was beautiful art.
Yes,
on the record.
Val, remember you used to buy the albums and then the artwork was inside, like Marvin Gaye or Isaac Hayes. Remember when Isaac Hayes was Black Jesus?
This was beautiful. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Yeah, inside of this album was all of this. Everything was in black and white and just
Yes,
beautiful. You see this?
yes.
Wendy, Lisa,
Wendy.
Bobby
Yes,
Z, everybody.
yes, Lisa.
Yes, just beautiful. Anyway, all right, now time for us to move on to Coach. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this real quick, and we'll be right back. Hey everyone, it's Val the Voice. We interrupt this wonderful episode to ask a question. Are you subscribed and liking this particular episode? Well, we want to make sure that you are following us on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel because we want to continue to give you great content just like this. All right, I'm so sorry. Let's get back to the episode right now.
Yeah, that's banging. Hey, me and you about to do a new commercial for me, 'cause that's banging. I'm already on my toes. Shut up, Tito.
So on this coming Friday, on April 24th, the movie directed by Anton Fuqua is coming out and stars Jaafar Jackson, that's Jermaine's son, Nina Long, Colum Domingo. Lorenz Tate is in here as well. He plays Barry Gordy. I'm excited. So if you guys are going to go check out this film, if you're interested in seeing it, I think I'm interested. I don't know about nobody else. I'm interested. Now, they had a world premiere in Los Angeles. They've been premiering it all over the world. They were in Berlin, they were in London. You know, Michael is kind of worldwide. But do you see all the family members there?
Yeah, that's
And I think
everybody.
that's Jaafar in the dead center with his fiance. So
I'm still looking beautiful.
yeah. And then of course, so a lot of the feedback is that Jaafar definitely embodies Michael in a lot of the movement. He did a lot of training. And of course, this is, let me make sure I get everybody's name right for who's in it. Do you see Nia Long? She's playing Catherine Jackson, man.
Man, what?
And you see Lorenz Tate is like, we in the movie together. Let's make it work.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. In the morning. Maybe.
Okay. And also that I've seen, let's see, Giuliano Valdi. Yeah, Giuliano. He's playing the young Michael Jackson. That's him there. He's doing such a great job. And then Colum Domingo plays Joseph. He plays Joe Jackson. And I'm trying to see.
Colum Domingo playing Joe Jackson. He crazy as hell anyway. So that's a great person.
And the makeup they did for him, I mean, it is amazing. So that's Jaafar made up as Michael. Doesn't he look like Michael? The nose and everything. Man, so I'm serious. I'm serious.
Jermaine's son. It's Jermaine's son, right?
You are correct. This is Jermaine's son. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
don't worry about it, Pops. I got Uncle. I'm gonna take care of him real good. We'll make sure.
So there's Pops and son together. Pops and son together.
Jermaine still looks like he's 35.
I don't know if I agree with that, but amen. Okay, this was from Berlin. What were you saying?
Still got his press in the curl, so you.
I'm gonna leave that alone. We're not dissing my people. We're not dissing my people. So this was when everybody had afros.
I tried to grow a fro. I tried.
You couldn't grow a fro?
I had the Bobby Brown. I had the box. Hey, I was good when we had the box. I tried to grow the fro. Couldn't get the fro like that. Now, my uncles in Alabama, man, they had the fros with the braids.
So this is so unfortunately now we have Tito that's gone. We have Michael.
Yeah.
So who's remaining is Jermaine, Marlon, and Jackie. Now in this picture and on these red carpets, it has been Jermaine, it has been Jackie, who is the eldest, and you got Marlon, who was close in age to Michael. So trying to figure out, where these two at.
Hey,
Now you
well,
know who these two is, right? Look
ooh,
close.
it
Look
ain't
close.
Janet.
That's Janet.
That's Janet.
As Janet with the youngest, my youngest boy and
Oh,
youngest brother, that would be Randy.
that little red, he looking like Suge Knight.
He is not looking like Suge Knight. Will you stop it? Stop it.
Janet, that's my baby, man. Janet, man, in control. Oh my God.
So they
Do a
so,
show.
so they both have Instagrams, and I think last I looked, I think Janet has about 14 million. She has a large following on her IG. No, she's got 8 million followers on her IG. But as you can see, she hasn't posted about this movie at all. Her last post on her Instagram was in March.
Ooh.
And on Randy has a Instagram, and he hasn't posted since 2023 or 2022 or something like that.
So what do you think about that?
So I think there's family drama.
In
I don't like that there is, but there is. And Janet is the youngest. I know her and Michael were close, but rumors or TMZ, these guys, they're saying that there was I think an argument between Jermaine and Janet. I don't know what that was. She hasn't really publicly spoken out for or against the movie. She doesn't really say anything about it. And Randy hasn't said anything about it. But I think, do you know what what I think the main issue might be?
I need to know this because it ain't got nothing to do with Gary, Indiana.
No. It has everything to do with, let's see. Randy was married to, and I can't think of her name right now, but they got divorced, I think. But she ended up dating and going with Jermaine. And Jermaine got with her. So there's been a rift in the family, I think, ever since then. And keep in mind, Jaafar, Jermaine's son, is playing Michael. So that might be what's really going on. I think Janet and Randy are close. They're staying united, and they're like, we enough of this. We'll be over here. You guys go ahead. And then of course Paris, his daughter, has been saying stuff too. He hasn't been supporting it either. Go ahead.
But I'm just saying that the baby. Now, who you did mention is Latoya.
Well, Latoya is supporting it. She was at the premiere.
What about Reba?
I did not see her.
Exactly. So you can't blame the other ones. You got to bring the whole family. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Latoya was, to me, has always been the most controversial person because she's been. I love Janet, but Latoya was fine as hell. And she always brought the controversy with her as well, right? With the DeBarges and everyone else and all that back in the day. But Reba has never, in my personal opinion, she's never been that family person. Reba's always been out of home. I remember having a conversation with people that didn't even know that Reba was related to them. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like the oldest sister, dude.
And Michael produced one of her big hits, Centipede. I love that ssong. It came out in '84.
Yeah,
I
yes.
love that song. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, look, Lakoska's there. She said, "Hey, family, hey, family. I
What's
love the
good?
Mike
What's
movie
good?
that's coming out, but Janet don't need to do don't need to do it. I'm sorry. I guess she don't. I guess she don't. Now, if you see it right here in the dead center, that's Latoya. Latoya is right there in the dead center. She's
You talking
there
about the little
support
with the little red strip?
with the little. No, she's right by the lady. She's in front of the lady with the red strip. That's
Oh,
Latoya.
okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Lakoska says she thinks, I think Jermaine is just trying to get some more money from his brother that he
Right.
didn't get while he was alive. Now
Girl, hold
that
on 1 second. Look, put your pounds up. Let me get some pounds. Get some pounds. Because that is right. And they can't work because Joe used to whoop their ass so much he couldn't get nothing. So now they're trying to get everything he can get because right now we just fighting over a few. I got a couple of sisters fighting over here. I got a couple of brothers fighting over there. I think you are right on the money.
Well, look, Casca, she's staying by Janet. She says, what I'm saying is if Janet don't like it, I don't like it.
Really? Come on, Cos. Come on. So you trying to say Janet is the truth? See the word? So if Janet doesn't do this, and Janet doesn't like this movie, you're standing with Janet because of that? I don't think so. I'm on the opposite side of the bridge. Me and you playing tug of war right now because I think that of all the superstars in all the movies, in all the, Bruce Springsteen's, right? The Boss, in all these movies, the Queen, in all these movies that they made, Michael Jackson has been devalued because of the last few years of his existence. And to have his nephew play him is no different. And I know, Val, this is on the opposite end of the spectrum, but it's no different than Little Meech playing his daddy, Big Meech, in the BMF series with 50. Who's going to know that better? Because with Jermaine's son playing his uncle's role, who looks more like Michael than he looks like his dad at that particular age, and Pops is going to give you Val. Let's go back to Ice Cube's son, right? Playing in the movie, playing Cube in the movie with Compton movie. He was spot on. People were like, damn, he looks just like Cube.
Well, he got support there. And then, of course, this is according to US Weekly, both Janet and Paris skipped the Michael film premiere in Los Angeles.
Yeah, come on,
they
man.
skip it. They're not there. And Lakoska, she says, Janet will always be the truth. She was closer to her brother than any of the siblings.
Yes,
they shame more things. They share more things in common, being an icon, than any other sibling. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you that's 100. So if you're going to say that, you cannot say that she can't support this movie then. I 100% agree with everything you just said. But if you're going to say that, then you should be in the lane of I'm going to support my brother unless you think Janet said this movie is a bunch of BS. That's the only way you can cookie cut this. It can't be in the middle of the road. It's either got to be left or it's got to be right. Janet either got to be all in or she's got to be all out.
And looks like, and being able to play your uncle that you don't know really, that you haven't been around, really, I don't think so. It's not a goal for me.
But right. And then, there, but you got to remember, his brother is Jermaine, and the kid was growing up, and unfortunately, Michael passed. The kid was still a kid. Kind of like, go back to Val's comment that I was talking about with the music. She was like, I'm in 7th and 8th grade. I wouldn't remember that song, even though I may have liked it. I was able to like that artist when I got to high school, but my mom wouldn't let me listen to this back in Chicago when I was 7th and 8th grade. That's the exact same thing, even though that's his uncle. So now you get an insight And if I'm making a movie about Coach Tony and I can get my nephew to play me, and I know my sister who know me, who been through the thick and the thin, can give him the insights, man, you better believe let my nephew play that role. Because he's not an
Yeah.
actor, he's a family member. And in the parts and things he does, if you see this movie, obviously I haven't seen it yet, but I guarantee you this kid, Val, poured everything into those moves and everything into everything he did for this movie.
Yeah. And she also says Ice Cube and Meat, you're two different are they're okay, so there's two different things. They're actual children, not a distant relative. You know, Mike didn't hang out with them like that. And
Right,
you look,
yeah,
and you know what? And of course the daughter is not interested in it either. But I think honestly, they the rift that is happening with them, and with all of them, at least I want to say at least 70 to 80% of the family came together to support this film. And I think there was some things that Antoine Fuqua had to just follow and be like, you can't include this, you can't include that. Like he went through like kind of
yeah, for 20
the
years,
gambit
yes.
of I gotta follow these things. I want to make sure it gets done. But keep in mind, Michael doesn't have the estate of Michael Jackson does not own the masters. That's a
Right.
huge issue in my mind. They
That's
don't
why I
own the
love
masters
Prince.
right now.
I love Prince.
Mhm.
Prince, let me get my masters. Prince, like, let me get my masters day one. And I told you, Val, that remember when this happened, me and you talked about this, I want to say like right at a year ago, we were talking about the Prince and
Mhm.
everything when Nas was going to do a show with him. If you remember this conversation I told you. And
Mhm.
right before the show started, Prince went backstage and asked Nas, do you own your masters? And when Nas said no, he said, man, you can't perform tonight. What the hell? I mean, I done flew all the way out here and do what now? And like, no, I get with who you hell you are, a rapper, but I'm Prince. And you're not getting on the stage. And Nas couldn't perform. But what happened? Those that know a little history, Nas eventually turned that around, figured out he and Prince became very good friends. Prince taught him how to go get it, and Nas went and got his masters. So, and he talks about that on his documentary. So, not to throw that boomerang left, but Tasha, when you're talking about this with this Michael Jackson, and you're talking about the Janet Jackson piece and where she stands, I get it because that's her own opinion. And because she was raised in that family, she was a baby. Majority of her come up time had nothing to do with singing shit. She was on the good times. I mean, not the good times. Yeah, she was on good times. Yeah. So she was going into the acting business, even though she could perform and she could sing. And her and Michael was, like you said, hooked at the hips. What happened with the older brothers? Val, you see, you can make a comment. When you were the baby in 7, 8, or 9 kid home, you probably don't grow up with your oldest siblings because they are gone out the nest. And with Crazy Joe, you definitely gone because Joe putting you out.
That's what you make a good point. And Casca, she also says that Jaafar was still a kid. He's still a kid. He knew
Yes,
nothing about his uncle. His his kids with no more about a life than a cousin. But I will say this: there's a lot of people, I guess, that agree with Lacosta. I saw this post earlier today. Someone posted on X. They posted on Twitter, and they said Janet Jackson not being there, talking about the world premiere that happened in Los Angeles on yesterday. Yeah, it said Janet Jackson not being there tells me everything I need to know about this movie. And I'm like,
oh wow.
wow, we we
Hey,
we
that's
we
that's
doing
how much
this?
weight Janet girl. Janet's got that much weight.
Wow. And
Janet,
Randy ain't there
Janet
either.
got that.
So
Yeah, but Janet got that weight. Randy, I Janet.
yeah, I see we lost Tony. He his sound went out. Yeah, so Lacosta, I totally get it. I totally understand why you would why you would feel that way about Mike and this movie. I have an interest. I have an interest in seeing it. I really do. I have a real interest in seeing it, but it's a little sad that there's an issue with the with them. And you are you back, Coach?
Yeah,
There
I
you
was just
go.
saying, Janet got that weight, and that's obvious. And Lacosta, I
Hmm.
100% agree with you. But if you, my sister Lacosta, and you're doing a movie about our family, and you're no longer here, God bless, and my daughter is playing you, and I know you better than anybody else, just on GP, and they from GI, we adopted them to the south side of Chicago. I'm going to support you ride or die. I don't give a damn if this movie make $5. I'm going to support you ride or die. And you're my nephew, right? Or you're my niece. I'm not going to let you out there. We could put the, as we always say, me and Val talk about this on her show all the time. Put the family differences aside. That becomes sometimes that's what makes me go crazy sometimes, Val, because we kill us. The PW get out and make a movie and they balling. We kill us. Why? Because I don't like my nephew. I don't like my niece. I don't like my cousin. I'm not doing this thing. And you're the main figure. Now, I'm not saying that Janet is going to be the main reason where a lot of people don't watch it. But if Janet's got so many million followers and I'm not agreeing with the music, I mean, the movie, then probably her million followers are not going to agree with it, Val. And I'm not saying all of them, but the majority. And that's a lot of money away from the family. That's a lot of money away from the nephew. I wish we sometimes could just say, hey, listen, because I know, man, you had some differences for about 10 years, but I know your daughter's about to do X, Y, Z. I'm gonna support her because I'm your brother and I'm her uncle. I'm gonna get at you. Now, when this movie over, you can beat the street, because we ain't talking no more. But while the movie is on, I'm gonna support my niece who's playing you all day, every day. But we can't get to that, Val. And my question to you is this: why is it when we do have our major mega stars and they struggle through life or whatever the situation may be, and we become to a situation where there is a movie, why are we always in such controversy to make the movie successful?
Okay. I will answer that question, but I want to make sure that I acknowledge this. Now, Colin Domingo, he plays Joseph Jackson, and he's sitting here with the 95-year-old Catherine Jackson, who is
Ooh,
the matriarch of the Jackson family. And it says, to receive her love and support is all I needed. This was Colin Domingo
yes,
commenting. We laughed and looked eye to eye and had such a lovely moment that night. Thank you to my dear Janice for making that happen. Thank you to the
yes,
family that showed up and loved on us and our
yes.
work. We made her happy. So it
Nothing
might have
trumps mom.
been nothing trumps mom. So
Nothing trumps.
that's
I
kind
don't
of
give a damn
how
what. Nothing trumps mom.
so all I'm saying is that to answer your question and to really kind of seriously think about it, I think people are going to go and see it for themselves and see and make their own decisions. There's some people that's saying that, oh, isn't it weird that they release the film the same week that Prince, the death anniversary of Prince. And I'm thinking, no, it has nothing to do. I don't think it has anything to do with Prince's death. I don't think it has anything to do with that. But behind closed doors, if they can work out the issues, it would be great. And just don't work it out before us as the public. We don't need to see it. Just go and work it out behind closed doors, like whatever that is. Because I have been following this family for probably as long as I could walk and talk. My mom had this old ebony with all 9 kids on the cover, and it was, I think, when they had their Jackson variety show back in the 70s. So I've been following them and loving them for all this time. So to kind of have the excitement of seeing this film, I'm there, but I totally get it.
So
If there's people that want to be like, nope, I'm not supporting it
yeah, I
because
get it. Yeah, I get it.
I love Janet, but
Yeah,
Janet says no, so I'm gonna say no. I get
yeah,
it.
and I get that. And so my part two question to you is this: the PW roll out with a movie based on whatever they make millions. The family make millions, do what they got to do. But when it
Mhm.
comes to us, we'll go in the PWs to talk about the legal lawsuits, right? The
Mhm.
situation happened, this and that. I know I'm a big R. Kelly guy, DJ. People come at me about that back and forth. Don't come at me about that because you're not gonna like my answer. So my thing is the music didn't do a lot of stuff that that was part of the Michael Jackson situation on his downfall, right? And as unfortunately he's not with us today. But when you get a situation, what kills me is they can go see Michael Jackson the musical, right, Val? They can go see Michael Jackson a fake performer, and the shows are phenomenal. They paying these guys with not even Michael Jackson to have a residency in Vegas. Do you know how much paper you get? Matter of fact, me and you need to figure out who the hell is in Vegas. We need to pull up podcast or Interludes Talk on Tuesday, residency in Vegas every Monday and Tuesday night for at least 8
Actually, last year I did see the Cirque du Soleil
so
Michaels show. It was really good. It was
it
really
was,
good.
I seen it and it was awesome. And
Mhm.
matter of fact, you and I talked about that. Remember, I told you I
We
seen
sure did.
called the
Yeah.
Nashville, they called the Michael Jackson show, and it is phenomenal. But the thing is this: I just wish, and this is people, you do what you want. You don't have to go see it because that's who you are. But I just wish that when it comes to us, sometime, just we support Wade. He's not here. It's not like you're gonna go take the dollars and put it in the casket, and is going to his nephew, whether he knew him well or not. He's still his family member. And if I got my dad as my best coach, obviously my dad knew his younger brother inside and out. He was in the damn house and they were getting their ass whooped by Joe, right? Everybody was getting tore up by Joe. He was on the stage. He was there when the Jackson Fives popped. He was there when he was a little kid. He was there when they sung Ben, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. I think that we have to, as an audience, sometime, is wrap our arms around our stars. And even though it's very difficult at times, we have to make sure that we at least have legacy and history because it's getting erased from Washington bad
Yes, it
enough.
is.
It's getting erased.
And that's a very good point, Tony. And I want to jump in on that because Michael Jackson is in the Smithsonian, the African
Yes,
American Museum in
correct.
Washington D.C. So we want to make sure that that legacy of the music gets there. Now, despite all of the issues that Michael went through while he was here,
Right?
I hated that there were people that came out and accused him of this, that, and the third, which was what it was. But ultimately, I'm sad to see within the Jackson family that there is a rift where everyone from their family is not behind supporting this film.
Right.
And Casa, she made a good point. She says he's not he's a distant relative. He's a nephew. He's not really he didn't really grow up around.
I
But
get
I
it.
think but I think here's the thing. He trained for this film for 2 years, coach. He had an acting coach, he had a vocal coach, he had a person that taught him all the dancing and stuff like that. Because Jaafar also is a solo artist who came out with music, in like 2018, 2019. So I know some of his music. But coach, I'm telling you, you are correct. We need to be able to embrace our stars and make sure that what they have contributed to music is not erased. And if there's a way to celebrate Michael, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna
All right,
go
look,
and I'm gonna go and check out this film, and then I could be like, oh, it was trash, or I
right.
might say he was phenomenal.
Correct, but you're gonna get a chance. And LaCosta, the only question I got on stage for you, baby, because me and you are we hooked at the hip right now in this conversation. Do you like every one of your cousins? I just need to know. Do
She's
you like
laughing at you. She's
every one of your
laughing at
cousins?
you.
Because that's family. Val don't like all her people. I
Well,
love
again,
all my
I'm
people.
not.
There's a few I can
I'm
do
not
without.
commenting on that. I'm not
Correct.
commenting on that. I'm
I
not
don't
saying
give a
nothing.
damn if you black, white, Chinese, Jew. I don't get Gentile, green, Martian, from Earth, from the moon. Nobody that I know within my arm distance. I got some long arms. Love every single person in your family. They may have love for them, but love them. Oh man, that become a damn. Oh, that's a debate sometime, Val. You know that. And the crazy part about let the person pass away, you'll see how much they love you, right? Because that's when all the arguments come about who did this, and that. My point is, Val, you hit it right on the nail. If I know in the situation that we are in these current times, I am trying to support every African American artist through. I don't give a damn if he came on stage and threw up. He shouldn't have threw up, but I'm gonna support him. Next time, dude, don't do that. Do that, then come on stage. But we have got to be in a situation. Me and Val just laughed and joked about Colin Domingo and Michael B. Jordan the other day. And Colin Domingo is a perfect example on this.
Wait, you not Colin Domingo. You mean Delroy Lindo. You mean
I'm
Delroy
sorry,
Lindo, right?
20 years, 20 in the
Mm-hmm.
business, 20 stacks to finally get an award.
Oh, Delroy Lindo's been acting since the 80s. So
Yeah,
we're
but there
talking
was
40
it
years.
came up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, he's just now getting his just due. And
Mm-hmm.
this young man is just starting out, and he's starting out with a banger. I'm talking about my uncle that everybody know. If worst
Well,
case scenario, Val, you know what this does?
she's saying no.
You know what this does?
What does this do?
It starts a young African American male into his early movie career. And exactly, Casa, you don't like all your people, but you love all your people, if that makes sense. You don't like them, but you love them. Some from a distance, some from afar, some from close up, but they're family. And at the end of the day, if anyone's going to have your back, it's family. And so
Mm-hmm.
I just say, give this young man a try this Friday. And if you don't want to spend the money, don't spend the money. Wait till that shit hit Netflix, because it's going to do that. Probably, I'm going to say 6 weeks. Because it's Michael Jackson, Val. You know that, 6 weeks.
I don't necessarily know if it's going I don't know. It might take it. They might try to drag it
I'm
on
going to tell you,
for as long
for
as right.
promotional purposes only, if you're on FanDuel, because they're about to, oh,
Mhm.
by the way, Val, you didn't know this, not to change the subject. Starting next week on Monday, May 1st, or next Friday, FanDuel is now changing to what they call probability betting, meaning that you can bet on anything that is, do y'all think that Val on next week interludes on Talk on Tuesday, will she wear black glasses or red glasses, and will she have a ponytail or her hair down? You can physically bet on
Okay.
it, right? So having said,
Okay. Right.
think that you're in a situation with this young brother, and if you're giving him a shot, giving him a chance, I think that what some of the people are mad about, Val, is the whole Michael Jackson situation. You know what I mean? And it hadn't really died out. And I'm not talking about Lacoste, I'm just talking about in general. It haven't died out because I literally, and I'm not going to say no names because they may be watching tonight, but a PW, a friend of mine, said, I can't believe that you're going to go watch the Michael Jackson movie. Are you serious? Like, hell yeah.
So let me jump in here real quick.
Come on.
So there are people online. I appreciate this is one of the folks that are online, and they're like, warning, warning, do not pay attention to negative review bombs about this
Boom.
film. She's given a whole, she gives like, this is a 4-minute video, and I'm not playing it just out of respect, but she's on Twitter like warning people, and I've seen this. I'm going online and I'm checking this out. Like, please don't if you're gonna get if people are gonna slam the movie and say, oh, it sucks, it's bad, and all the rest of that type of stuff, I totally get it. But as we wrap this up, go and support the film. You have a person of color that is the main director, who directed Denzel Washington in Training Day. He got an Oscar. You have the vast majority of the folks that are in the film. These are actors and actresses that we have supported throughout their careers.
Come on.
Domingo, Nia Long,
Come on.
Renz Tate.
Talk to me.
Beautiful laundry list of folks that are in there. And of course, a newcomer, Jaafar Jackson. So we're going to support him. And here's the thing. If you didn't agree with Michael and you had issue with what either he was accused of,
Correct,
or how he, his skin got light, whatever your issue was, I want you to disappear, go to the theater and disappear, and just think about the music. Think about what you felt when you first heard Billie Jean, when you first danced to Beat It or Off the Wall.
Yes, keep talking, because in order to do that, to get yourself prepared, I'm gonna get you prepared. So I want you to
can't play nothing now. What? Yes,
Off the Wall album to start your life off with. If you don't know about this, now you know. Go down to your record shop. Last Saturday was
record store
vinyl. Go to the record store and get the album, and you got to listen to it. And for those that don't get that album, if you want to hear a little bit of everything about Michael, I told Val about this album. This is another $50 album. This is the Michael Jackson Music Suite, and it has everything on it, Val, including 2 house anthems. I mean, deep. Okay. So it's called the Michael.
I love it. That's Michael in a king situation, and he looks like he's got an afro. So this is when he was a kid.
This is when he sang Ben, and it bends on here. Man, come on.
I like it. So of course, we do not have time to go over our favorites from Michael, because we spent a lot of time.
Just run through.
No, I'm not running through anything. I'm not going, because I got one more topic to talk about, and I'm gonna talk about it in 2 minutes, and then we gonna get on out of here. But Michael Jackson's Off the Wall is one of my all-time favorite albums of him by himself. And of course, my favorite from this album is I Can't Help It, written by Stevie Wonder. That's all I got. And that's all we're going to talk about. Okay, now. Coach.
What's up? Talk to me.
I'm doing this last because I don't want to spend too much time with it. So I'm a huge fan. I don't do a lot of reality show, but reality shows have been the new soap operas. Hey, a lot of there. I feel like that's what's been happening.
Atlanta, Miami.
So last Monday, Teddy Campbell, who's married to Tina Campbell from Mary Mary, he filed, according to TMZ, he filed for divorce.
Oh,
and I did an article about this on LinkedIn, and I talked about how this is just my observance, that when you are married and you do reality shows,
they coming for you.
For some reason, let me finish making my point. For some reason, it puts a nail in the coffin to your marriage. And yes, I think their marriage had been imploding for a long time, but he's the one who filed. It wasn't her. And I want people to do this. I want people to stop criticizing Tina, stop criticizing Teddy. We don't know. I don't know them. You don't know them. Let them work this out in private. They no longer are on a reality show. So let them work this stuff out in private. But I hate that this was this was a main part of the storyline of the show Mary when it was on WeTV for about 6 seasons. So Coach, this is just one of my final words. I'm sad to see them breaking up, but they got to work it out in private. I don't want to see it. I don't
I
want to
don't want to
see
say
it.
it either, but I think you hit it on the head, Val. If you go back and
Mhm.
look, I don't give a damn who they are. I mean, it's black or white. I don't care if it's New Jersey house mom, right? I don't care if it's housewives of the Potomac, housewives of Huntsville, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Miami, um, Jersey Shores, Paulie Shore, my boy, all the DJs. Everybody has a problem, and here's why I got away from that, Val. And I'm not going to throw my cousin's name out there, but my cousin was one of the original writers for remember the original show about let me see, what's this, 26, so 10 years and 16, 15 years. So about 17 years ago in 2005, oh 06, about 17, 18 years, give or take, oh 06, oh 07, oh 08, when all these type of episodes started to appear. She
What
was
was the
one of
name of
the
the show? What was the name
uh,
of the show?
well, the original show was the Housewives of New Jersey. That was the original.
Okay.
It was the original. She
So
my
that's a franchise. That's a complete franchise of
cousin was
reality shows. Yeah.
she was one of the main writers, and I used to laugh at her because I wasn't into this stuff at the time. But I remember her telling me that, Tony, I'm getting a new job because this is so fake and phony. We have to sell the show based on controversy. And if there's no one with any controversy, do you know what they do, Val?
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, she said the producers would offer a bonus check to the person or persons, the wife or the husband, that would take the bonus check to be controversial within their life, whether it be a lie or whether it be a truth, just to get the show ratings and the numbers. And
Yeah.
and when New Jersey Housewives was a hit, remember later on in the season, Buttafuoco went to prison. Otherwise, I mean, sometimes negative things come out because the money is what, Val? The root of what? All evil.
The love of money. The money is not the root. The money is not the root of evil. I've been you talk to any business coach, you talk to anyone that is wealthy, and they'll go, no. You wanting money is not evil, but the love of money is the
Yeah,
root of all evil.
the control of it.
Yeah, and you're trying to control it. So, like I said, so I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna need y'all to put both of these people in prayer, and I'm gonna pray that the Campbells work this out, however they need to, between their families, divorce lawyers, children, all of that. Because I am a huge fan of Mary. I think they are I love their music. I remember Shackles and all the rest of the music that they
Shackles
recorded.
on my
But
feet.
yeah, that was take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise you.
I
Keep your
just want
eyes
to
on the Lord.
hey, that was a shit. Hey, Val, I still drop that with Kirk Franklin every now and then in the club.
In the
Club.
club.
In the
In the
club.
club.
Hey,
In the club.
with
In the
Lil Zane. With Lil Zane.
All right, Coach Tony, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can wrap this up in about two. Well, we'll see what we could. How I'm trying to get it to 90, but we'll do it real quick. All right, coming up on May 2nd, scan the QR code. Stop overthinking. Start podcasting. Build your show, your audience, and income stream in 2026. You go ahead and spend time with me and learn how you can monetize your platform and build your audience. We've had some success over here with Talk on Tuesdays, as well as the Pull Up Podcast Show. And of course, on Saturday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. Go ahead, scan the QR code and join me. And of course, the book, A DJ Saved My Life. I'm down to my last copies. So you could go to purelighthouse.media.com and I've reduced the price. I've reduced the price.
Y'all better get up in the swap meet. Folks, y'all gonna walk up in the swap meet.
It's not a swap meet.
Y'all walk in the swap meet. If y'all in Chicago, 127th Street, come up out 294, get to the swap meet. Okay, get you one. Go down on Cicero, get you one.
Of course, go ahead and follow Coach Tony on the Pull Up Podcast Show and make sure you scan the QR code and, of course, follow Coach. And, of course, join us, patreon.com/interludes. You can join the community for free. But you know what? For my birthday, I am making this request. You guys go ahead and do some birthday love. You can join the Patreon community for $5. That's $5. $5. Go ahead. Go ahead and join for $5. So I say check that on out, but try it out for free. And then, of course, if you want to upgrade, go ahead and do that. And of course, follow me on Interludes_podcast, the Val the Voice Johnson. And then I think next week, Coach Tony is back for another edition of the Pull Up Podcast Show.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something right now. You better keep it. I'm gonna do Val. Come on, Val. Come a little closer. Put your ear on the microphone. Put your ear. Stay tuned to the podcast show, because if you thought for any reason that the Diamonds in the Rough was a killer, these next 3 to 4 weeks on a Pull Up Podcast with the guests I'm about to drop, what you said. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, my girl is on. She's like,
I know
he said not the swap meet. Yes, he said that. He did say that.
Get up in the swap meet, T. Come on, T. Pull up on the swap meet. What you want? Some T-shirts? You want some 8 tracks, some CDs, cassette? We got all that.
You're turning into Lenny from
right, remember Lenny?
From Good Times. My name is Lenny, and you don't have any if you've not got from Lenny.
And I got everything from J.C. Penney. You want a razor? Cassette tape? Lenny had everything up in that coat, didn't he, Val? Hey, think about it. People don't realize he was on the west side in Cabrini Green.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to go. We want to thank you guys for joining us. See you next week as I celebrate the birthday. Woo!
Hey,
Peace.